Stone from Judicial Watch.
You have a meeting?
No, but we've called in multiple times. My name's Mike Hill. I work State of Corruption.
So you have to call and make an appointment.
We have 1,000 times. Tell them it's life and death. Tell them I have a video audio of a man trying to hurt me. All right, film this. Film this, Clay. Do you know millions of people are watching this? Did you know that? Can you just call up for them for me? Is that okay?
That's fine. I'm just asking, do you have a meeting?
Well, I told you, we've called thousands of times.
Thousands
of people have called them. I've sent
You
them
have to set a
information.
meeting up. That's what I'm asking. Do you have a meeting?
Well, I told you, we don't have a meeting.
Okay,
If
so
they
let me
won't give us
call
one.
and see what's going on with
Tell
that.
them it's life and death. Because it is life and death. Tell them I have the information of a fixed Senate race that involves Clinton.
Sir, you can't record it here
Yes, you
without
can. It's a
my
common
permission.
area. It's a common area. You can.
You can't record me without
Oh,
my
yes, you can. If you're in a common area. You see, we can ask. You're filming us.
It's only on him. It's only on him.
Take her. No, you can do that. I'll sit right here. No, you know what? Keep filming. All right, film me. You ready? You got to make an appointment first. How many thousands of you called, as I did, and this evidence? You see, they've been told if they take this, we'll start a groundswell across this country. Not just what I found was the political protection. That's Shaheen, that's Gordon. Those are the ones that infiltrate your whole state. And what they sell is protection. Just like the mafia would sell protection, they sell protection to the bad guys, like the cartels. But what they also sell is the industries, pharmaceuticals, insurance, healthcare. It's the same umbrella. These people offered me $15 million before I seen one of those drug dealers. You understand? It was the same umbrella. Okay. They're going to take security. They might even try to get our camera. But you know something? We went to Judicial Watch for help. Are you trying to tell me they don't know who we are and what we have? So across America, I want you to watch this. And what does this mean for all of us? This is a battle against justice. We are in war. This is terrorism. And we are being terrorized. It's been 20 minutes. Still, nobody even at the front desk. They told them we were coming in. We took her picture and they left. That desk has been closed and the phone's been ringing the whole time. This is us in the lobby. This place was full. Now this is after 22 minutes. It was like someone said, fire. Oh, here we go, get ready. Are they coming down?
No one's coming down, so I'm told to...
I'm sorry, what was that?
No one's coming down. They said you have to have an appointment set up so that
You getting all this?
That's fine. So that you
So
can
it is legal.
make an appointment with them. So
Make
they
an
can
appointment,
have
did you
a
call them?
meeting with you.
We said 1,000
Sir,
times.
I don't even know what the problem is. I'm just telling
The
you.
problem is it's corrupt. And you're hearing this? See all the donations to Judicial Watch? This is what your money buys. You see where all those calls?
Someone will contact you by mail. That's
No one's contacted us, and they're not going to contact us. Right. There you go. You see? So if you're donating to these animals, you're making a mistake. It's a lie. Now let's go to the Department of Justice. Millions of people see what I write. Yeah, so the Department of Justice, if you could. I have a thing on state of corruption, fight corruption. I have evidence here of a drug cartel, big Senate race. They try to murder me for this. So I need to see somebody right away. No, but we've called, and I told them I was coming down. but it's essential. In fact, this thing here about a hitman who's hired to murder me, didn't take the contract. The drug cartel, I've got their lawyers, I got their money, I got their banks. Listen, I own the largest mortgage company in the United States. All right, so I was also thoroughbred racing world champion. So I'm not some guy who fell off a turnip truck. What I did was I discovered this corruption. Through the banking department, they were protecting drug banks and laundering. So what I did was I caught that. And I thought back, so. And it was placed in the drug cartel behind me. That's why I lost it. I am telling you, we have evidence that they tried to murder me on 3 different occasions. One on video. A 6'7" Russian nationalist broke in my room. Now I have the video and a contract on my life right now. Now I have got to give this evidence to somebody before I wind up dead.
Did you make an appointment?
We've called 1,000 times. My videos go 4 and 5 million people have asked to see it. It's extremely political, but again, it's the cartel. You can listen to an audio of a guy who's saying that he's going to murder me. All I need is to drop this and give it to somebody. I'm going to wind up dead, you understand? Listen, the drug cartel, a fixed Senate race. The cartel fixed the New Hampshire Senate race. Bill Shaheen, Gene Shaheen, a Democratic president, senator, that race was fixed.
And so what state are you coming from?
New Hampshire. New Hampshire.
Did you go to the local authorities?
The local authorities are in on it. The FBI, Kakavas, is in on it. Right now, I'm in trial with the cartel for $114 million today. I'm not at trial. I'm here giving you the information. What I'm telling you is, you see on the website, State of Corruption, you see it in writing. I turned down $50 million. In writing, signed. Now who turns down, who offers $50 million for being wrong? I'm trying to do the right thing here. We have the worst heroin problem in America, New Hampshire. It's because our government is corrupt in the state. No kidding. Worse than any other place. And I have this. So if I could give this to somebody,
That's the thing. We just don't have like a drop-off type of.
but even if one agent came out, I could talk to him for 5 minutes and hand him to this. I mean, we'd be making a little history here. Just an agent, 5 minutes. Just let him know that they, you know what I give you? I give you the audio. He can listen to it.
You know, we're not allowed to accept anything.
Where it goes on about, if I say anything, they're going to cut a little girl's head off with a chainsaw. That's what I got in here.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me call someone out. They're making me promises, but
Anything. I am telling you this is real. You go to State of Corruption, you see what I'm saying. I was over you worth $500 million. I'd give it all away. All right, thank you.
one of our inspectors comes down here in a second to talk to you. Coming down there.
Thank you, sir. We're waiting on an inspector. Finally, a couple of decent guys. They actually went and got for help. They didn't reach these guys. All right, keep your fingers crossed. I mean, across this country, keep your fingers crossed.
Have you contacted the U.S. Attorney?
What, New Hampshire?
Yeah.
I just told you. How about this? Everybody you know might kill you. Then you know I dropped this evidence off to the U.S. Attorney, and they mailed it back. You know why? Because we put the whole thing on video. Okay? Went to the FBI, they mailed it back. You know why? Because it's true.
The thing is, you got to get it to the right place.
We have to go to Washington.
The U.S. Attorney Office is an entity of the United States Department of Justice. So is the FBI. So
By state level.
No, on the federal level. They all work for the federal government, the FBI and the
Right,
U.S. Attorney
but
Office.
these individuals come from the state and are controlled by these individuals. Millions of people have seen what I've said. Listen, this stuff is indisputable. Clay, can you grab that? You're gonna see text messages asking me to murder. 3 attorneys in hiding because they're afraid to be murdered. My attorneys. This is how big this is. This drug cartel has corrupted the state, as it has many other states. But I am telling you, they're in the hospitals, they're in the treatment centers. I have witnesses from the treatment centers. They're selling drugs out of the treatment centers. You can't bring this back to the state, which is why I'm in Washington. I need somebody above that.
I understand your frustration, sir, and I understand.
But this isn't frustration, this is corruption. Listen, they're trying to murder me with this.
I'm trying to get you to the right.
But don't give me the people that everybody here, million people are going to see this, know that I've already been there. And it is true. This computer has the going on between the people inside my company, Bill Shaheen and Alex Walker, to the point where they schedule my death on that computer. Right. And Bill, you know who Bill Shaheen is? He's the husband of Jean Shaheen, the senator. That's the kind of pull we have. I ran for governor. They tried to murder me. No doubt about it. The guy who ran for senator was my campaign manager. He got leveraged by the drug dealers for $20 million, and he threw the race to get Hassan to win. All through. Listen, I've got 70, 80 witnesses. You pick it. But if you're sending me back to the same people who are corrupt,
I'm trying to get you to the right.
give it to me in Washington. Who in Washington? Don't send us back to the states. Our state is corrupted. I'm going to Washington, to our capital, to go to a next level.
Go to the FBI field office here in Washington, and they might be able to help you.
FBI field office in Washington. Can you get me an appointment?
I can't get you a
Can you help me with a phone call?
I can give you a number to call.
You can't get an appointment? Because this is the problem. I turn around and say, well, did they have an appointment? These fellows at least went in and get somebody. Normally they don't. It's not that we're not calling.
I'm trying to help you. So you
I
can
know,
get
but
up
we
on
called
this.
1,000 times.
Okay.
1,000 times and not that time. You know, the world's watching this and they know this evidence. You want to hear it? The guy who's supposed to kill me tells me about how he's going to cut a little girl's head off with a chainsaw. We're only talking about the Greek and the Italian mafia from the highest levels, and they're mentioned by name. Right? I turned down 50 million. If you go to this website, State of Corruption list, you see me turn it down signed. But what are you paying 50 million for? Then if you don't take it, they tried to murder me 3 times. Had a 6'7" Russian nationalist in Miami on video. So there's no bullshit about this. Can we have some direction with a name? What you're sending us away to is for someone else to go, hey, you got an appointment?
I can't give you a name because each agency, each division dictates who investigate what. So I can't tell you.
So if we're saying drug cartels, we're saying big Senate race, we're saying attempted murder, we got to find an area for that? I mean, it isn't this.
When you're saying drug cartels, that could be the FBI, that could be the DEA. Have you tried
Right.
the DEA?
Oh, of course I did the DEA. You're going to love this. I went to the DEA on camera. I gave them the evidence from the hospitals where the drug dump was. Guess what? 3 days later, we had the biggest drug dump in history, 18-wheeler full of fentanyl top to bottom. You know what? The DEA put it back on the street. The DEA knew exactly where that drugs was. They knew where that drug was. I told them. They took them out of the hospital. You know who owns the hospital? The drug cartel. They own the hospital and the treatment centers.
Who do you want to talk to and what do you want done?
I want to be able to speak to the FBI, give them this information, and just say, please investigate. Investigate. As long as I have this in someone's hands, listen, they threatened to murder all my children in writing.
You want to talk to the FBI? The FBI headquarters is next building over. I mean, you might be able to talk to somebody there. I can't promise you nothing.
You know what's going to happen? Can you give me how about this?
I can't give you a name
You
because
can't
I
make a
don't-
phone call and say, listen, this is the gentleman that I met, had some serious information. Could you have an appointment for him to sit down?
I don't know who to call because I don't know who would be
Well,
investigating.
so I'm going to go over there, and we're not going to get in. Let me understand. Is there security all around the building?
I mean, I can't say if you get in or get out, or don't get in because I don't do security over there.
So understand this. I have the evidence that'll take down a drug cartel. Did you know New Hampshire is the worst place in America, according to the DEA?
I'm trying to get you in the right direction so you can talk to somebody. I am. You understand what I'm
No, I don't. I don't think you are. You'll be making a phone call. We'd be looking at this evidence. You'd be turning around, calling up and saying, listen, this is what this guy has. We have more people dying in New Hampshire per capita than any place in the country. This is why it's protected. We have a fixed Senate race. Fixed. It's like, I don't even know how they launder the money. They launder it through the banking departments. By owning the banking department, controlling that, they don't audit the drug banks. The banking department got in, he was a state senator. You know what he passed? One bill. You know what the bill was? You don't have to audit anybody if you trust them. He became the banking commissioner. And they're not auditing those drug banks. I know who they are. I know where they are. So they're not going to help you. All right.
I'm trying to help you, sir.
I am telling you, America's watching this.
Okay,